It's an official lot. You need a DOT sticker.
DOT sticker? What's a DOT sticker? Wait a minute. Is it?
Sorry, that's expired. Come on, get it out of here before a bumper falls off and ruins my already bad disposition. Hold it. Wait right there, buddy. Lady, would you back it across the street? Thanks. If you want to exchange licenses, back in the street.
I'm sorry, I didn't see you pull up behind me. You all right? Looks like we lucked out. There's no damage at all.
Don't you have any brains?
Yeah, my full allotment. I'm also licensed and insured. Up-to-date shot-wise, too. Polio, diphtheria, measles, rabies, the whole AMA recommended list. You know, it's so nice to meet somebody with a warm, friendly disposition. You know, Washington can be such a cold town, don't you think? Tell you what, since we're getting along so well, why don't we just skip dinner and go back to my place?
Sure.
Tell me where this is, please.
You're on the wrong floor.
No, this says 2467. I'm on 2.
Well, that's on 4. You go up to 4.
This has a 2 in front of it.
Every congressman's office has a 2 in front of it, regardless of the floor. You look at the second number for the floor.
Isn't that kind of confusing?
Yeah? Yeah, we had a tour group from Pittsburgh come in here last spring. They still ain't come out.
I've been here twice today and twice yesterday, and you keep giving me the same old story. When are you going to do something for me?
Mr. Dixon, we're doing everything we can. We're working on it. It's just that something like this takes a little bit longer.
No, I'm running out of time, out of patience, too.
Mr. Dixon, it's like I told you yesterday. You've got to talk to the DEA.
But I've been to the DEA. I've been to the BFA, the FBI, the DCS. I've been to every damn letter in the alphabet. I've got to see Congressman Bell. He's my last hope.
Mr. Dixon, you've got to talk to the DEA. Your son was working for them when he disappeared.
I want this government to, for God's sake, help me.
What can I tell him?
I told him yesterday, you told him today. What are we supposed to say?
Excuse me.
We're closed until tomorrow.
I'm looking for Congressman Bell's office.
You know, I called Ray Foster over at DEA. Tried to nonchalant me with his ditto analysis.
What do you say?
What do you want, sir?
I'm looking for Congressman Bell's office.
Sir, we're closed. The congressman isn't here. Come back tomorrow. We're very busy right now.
Can you tell me where I can get in touch with Pat Bell?
Pat Bell isn't the congressman anymore. His son, Thomas Bell, was just elected in a special election. He's not here. He's arriving tomorrow or the next day. We're very busy getting ready for him.
I can see that. Excuse me.
Get security.
What?
Get security. We've called security. I suggest you get the hell out of here before you get thrown in jail. Oh, boy.
And you would be?
Out of a job, I bet?
He's in there.
Forget it. It's the new boss, Congressman Bell.
Your Pat's kid.
Tom Bell.
Hi, Congressman Max Heath. I'll get you a parking pass for the lot, and I'll have them send up your orientation packet. We got it downstairs.
All right.
Welcome to the Rayburn building.
Thank you.
Nice going.
Thanks.
Well, they didn't give us much of a view here, did they? What do you say we get this air conditioning unit painted green, put down some AstroTurf, find some plaster ducts, and set them out there? Kind of give it a country feel. So who are you guys?
I'm Susan Pengilly, your dad's AA. This is Link Winslow, the assistant AA to the congressman. Well, you and myself.
Oh, I needed a couple weeks of R&R after the election, so I went down to Mexico surfing. Cowabunga.
Listen, I'm sorry we didn't recognize you. It's just like, you look different from your campaign posters or TV spots.
Oh, yeah. Dad's slogan. Ring in bell. Speaking of Dad, where is he?
Oh, he's at the Whitaker house. He's staying in Washington to be close to the medical center. He's still doing his rehab over there.
What was that out there in the office? Who is that guy?
Well, I've synopsized it all. It's in here. Cut down and simplified. His son was a drug agent in Costa Verde working undercover. 2 weeks ago, the boy disappeared, and our government went into full vapor lock. Nobody's doing anything.
What's a ARL and a DCS and all the rest of those letters? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, well, it's going to take a while to understand a lot of this. Everybody in Washington talks that way. What I said was we should twist the RD's arm.
The regional director.
Yeah, over the DCS.
Department of Clandestine Services.
Which is a division of the DEA.
That's the...
Drug Enforcement Agency.
Right.
Right. Well, anyway, okay, we've got a friend over there, and we thought we could get them to open up the active report log. Known affectionately as the ARL. Find out what he was up to before he disappeared.
Mm-hmm. Now, why would the Costa Verde government put such a high premium on Paul Dixon?
Well, my guess is he dug up something on somebody with a little too much influence down there.
Is there anything we can do to help him?
No, there's not much we can do. It's sort of a problem. It's Costa Verde. We have a severe banking problem down there, so it's in the hands more or less of the GAO over at OMB.
General Accounting Office, Office of Management and Budget.
Don't go away. Okay. Isn't there anything we can do for him?
Well, we'll try, Congressman, but there are people like him coming through this office twice, 3 times a week.
What, fathers of missing drug agents?
No, people with problems. People who don't get satisfaction from the municipal, state, federal authorities. I mean, we try as best we can to kick down a door or put them in touch with the right people, but sometimes it's just hopeless.
Okay. Could you get my father on the phone? Tell him I'd like to come over and clean up? The 3 of us can chat later.
Okay, you got it.
Well, you know, your mother sure liked you a lot better when you kept your hair short. Come on. All right, now, come on down here. This place is absolutely crawling with shakers and movers. Hey, excuse me. It's called a spot. Now, in Washington, a spot is a place where the power brokers hang out. The congressmen, the senators, the key lobbyists. Oh, it's terrific. Okay. Like over there against the wall, Senator Kramer, chairman of ASC, that's Armed Services. He's sitting there with Speaker Barnes. He's the guy to watch, but don't worry, I will guide you through all this. Dad. No, hold it. No, the party whip in the house is Steele Cooley, the guy I told you about. He's a tough old bastard. But he's the guy who gets the business done around here. Now, you make friends with him, my friend, and you've got it made. Key committee assignments, a clear aisle to the head of the chamber.
Dad.
Hey, Leo.
This way, Congressman.
Oh, not anymore, my friend. New congressman from the 138 is my son here, Thomas Bell.
How do you do? Congressman.
Thank you.
Now, listen, I've got this whole thing set up. I told Congressman Cooley you were going to be with me tonight. He said he'd stop by the table. Now, he doesn't do that for just anybody. Tommy, I cannot impress upon you enough how powerful this man is. He runs the Democratic Party.
You all right?
I'm coming along real fine. Don't worry about it. This Dr. Ashland wants me to take it easy. You know what an old lady he is.
Listen, Dad, I want your help. That goes without saying. But you and I agreed that I could do this thing my way. Okay? And that's why you stepped down, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
You got to take it easy.
I understand, but my gosh, somebody's got to show you the ropes. Hey, come on, don't tell me all this makes any sense to you yet.
No. No, you're right. It doesn't. Matter of fact, I got lost today. Couldn't find my office.
You got... Well, that's that Rayburn building for you. Half the world's lost in there trying to find their way out.
Steele?
Pat!
Hi.
Steele Cooley, I would like you to meet my son, Congressman Thomas Patrick Bell, Jr.
Thomas?
How do you do, sir?
This is my wife, Eleanor.
You're a handsome young man.
Thank you.
I'll meet you at the table, Eleanor.
Nice to meet you.
Miss Cooley?
So, we got a few things to go over. I'll send an HRA over to your office for some annotations. We can talk later.
House resolution agenda. He's kind of new in town. I'm going to get him a haircut, show him the ropes, and he's a good kid, Steele.
I'm sure he is, Pat. Well,
How are you feeling?
Not bad, not bad. I mean, it's going to take a little more than a leaky valve to shut down this power plant.
Nice meeting you, Congressman.
You too.
You take care of your dad. He's one of the best.
Did you hear that? Did you hear what he said? He said I was one of the best. Oh, boy. Boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. He said I was one of the best. Hey, listen, praise like that from steel cooling doesn't come just from living here, you know, or being here. No, sir. Tommy, you see what we're doing, pal? With me setting them up and you knocking them down, we are living the dream. Just like your mother wanted before she died. Hey, gee.
Boy, if I keep eating like this, I'm going to put on 100 pounds.
I tell you, them guys over at Public Lands want HR 9215 real bad. But they don't want to listen to the lobby. I told them it's going to come down to 1 or 2 votes.
Yeah, and that brings us to Pat Bell's kid, right? But I'll tell you, Pat doesn't look good. He ought to lay off the sauce.
Yeah, he was a pretty good soldier. What a blowhard. Congressman,
Excuse me.
That'll teach me to talk shop in the men's room.
Congressman Bell?
Congressman Bell, this is Wendy Schoffer. I'm Steel Cooley's AA. The congressman was wondering if you would have breakfast with him in the morning. I was trying all the hotels, but we just didn't have an address on you. I was just taking pot luck on getting you there.
I'm not staying in a hotel. I'm sleeping in my truck right now.
Oh, well, of course. Well, if that's convenient, can we book it?
Yeah, sure. Where?
How about making it easy? The Rayburn Cafeteria. Say 8 o'clock?
All right, I'll be there.
Fine. Thank you, Congressman Bell.
Are you following me? Because I have several friends here.
Hey, I'm not an accident. Just a bad driver. Actually, I'm in town seeking personal abuse, so it's a good thing I keep running into you. Maybe you and I can meet later in the parking lot and you can hurl things at me. Your friends can keep score.
You're very amusing.
Wow, at last, a compliment. Gee whiz. And even a smile. It's going to go right to my head. Would you excuse me? There's a gentleman I have to meet. Nice chatting with you. Mr. Dixon?
I thought I was going to meet Congressman Bell.
I'm Tom Bell.
You're my son's age.
You want to sit down for a minute?
Dad, I've been trying for 2 days to see you. Now that you're here, I can barely think of what to say. I guess you know my son is missing.
I read the covert operation report. Mr. Dixon, the DEA has reason to believe that your son may very well...
My son is alive.
What makes you say that, sir?
I've received 3 phone calls from a man who won't give me his name. He has a Latin accent. He says that Paul is alive in Costa Verde, in the jungle. He says that my son will be killed soon.
Mr. Dixon, would you like a drink of water?
No, I'm okay. Just...
Should we do this later?
No. It's just I'm real tired and... Well, you know, kids, you raise them, worry about them on their bicycles, coming home from school. You go to football games and watch them sit on the bench and not even play, but you're there for them. Sort of dream about being friends when they grow up. And then... words make it sound so unimportant.
I think I understand.
A lot of pressure coming from somewhere to just leave it be. Everybody in this town has some kind of excuse. How come you don't?
Maybe it's just because I'm your congressman.
Thank you, Betty.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Congressman. Ain't you gonna eat? You got a good Mexican egg dish. It's got chili in it and everything.
I've been up for quite some time. I ate earlier.
I suppose I owe you an apology for last night. Oh, thanks. Your father, he supported us on all our issues. A little more. He was a party soldier. I shouldn't have said what I said about him. But there's an apology, son.
Am I supposed to accept it?
If you plan on doing anything more than just filling your imitation leather executive swivel chair for the next 2 years, you best resolve your feelings about me.
Maybe.
Ain't no maybe about it. Thank you, John. I can put you on a subcommittee on foreign affairs. Let you cut your teeth on world politics. Or I can put you on the District of Columbia committee. Let you worry about why the Washington Monument is sinking into the swamp. I can help you, or I can hurt you. Thank you, John.
Congressman Chase, you have a phone call.
Mr. Cooley, I think you should understand that I came to Washington because it was my father's dream. He spent years as a party functionary, running errands, doing favors for gentlemen like yourself. And after 40 years of dreaming, he finally got elected to Congress, only to find out a month later that he had a heart condition.
I know all about this. I put the party behind him last fall.
All right, but what you don't know, sir, is that I'm here because I want to be here. I think I can do some good. I can make a difference. But I'm not starting off by trading favors and worrying about being re-elected. And I'm not interested in making pork barrel deals with you, sir.
So what is it you are interested in?
Right now, I want to know about Paul Dixon.
That case is on a back burner.
Now, wait a minute. This man is my constituent.
The Costa Verde government has backed loans with Security Unified Bank totaling over $1 billion, and they're threatening to declare non-payment.
You know what?
That happens. The entire good-for-nothing bank goes upside down. Folks are thrown out of work. Families go on welfare. Few fools jump out of windows and end up just as dead as Paul Dixon. Now, we drafted an official complaint, and the Costa Verde government has seen fit not to respond. Didn't know about that, huh?
I didn't know about the debt.
Maybe you could do yourself a favor and sit back for a day or two before you come in here judging what we're doing. Now, I've got a House resolution on offshore drilling coming out of committee today. It's headed for a full floor vote. It looks like it's going to be close. Can I count on you?
I surf from California. I hate to see our ecology ruined by oil spills.
Read the legislation, Congressman. I think you'll be satisfied with the ecological safeguards.
I'll look it over.
Yeah, you do that. If you decide to vote for it, I'll have you seated in time for the roll call. If you decide to vote against it, you ain't going to be seated till Thursday or Friday.
You can do that?
Yeah, I can do that. This here is high stakes. Winner take all politics. This ain't a surfing contest. Now, since you've had your breakfast, maybe you'd be so kind as to leave my table so I can have mine.
The congressman won't be seated until Wednesday. You could call back then.
Hey, looking good. Oh, thanks. Trying to get a mothball.
Morning, boss.
Morning. Book me 2 tickets to Hopkins Bay. Get my father on the phone?
Your father's in your office.
Okay. Oh, by the way, thanks for the plaster ducks.
Tell Sheila that we are in place on that legislation, no problem. Yeah. Right. I'll get back to you. You're getting to work a little late, aren't you? I mean, business in this town starts at the crack of dawn.
Are we taking turns behind the desk?
Oh, I'm sorry, Congressman. Forgive me. Please, sit down right there. Thank you. Hey, listen. This is the oil bill. Steele sent it over. I've been through it. It's a yes vote. He needs all the votes he can get. Now, the nuclear energy guys are trying to kill this thing. The oil companies have contributed mightily to the party war chest, so there's no sweat.
You ever see what an oil spill does?
Tell me, there are built-in safeguards.
Listen, I surf in this crap.
Hey, by all means, let's hear it for the surfers, huh? Come on, Tom, let's get in step here.
Excuse me, Thomas. You're booked on flight 350. Leaves in Dallas in 3 hours.
Thank you.
For where?
Hopkins Bay. I'm going to look into this missing DEA agent.
Dixon? Are you kidding? That guy's been all over town. His kid is probably dead. Now, look, Tom, we've been told to leave this thing alone. Now, you stop messing with things like this, you're going to make yourself some enemies.
I cannot believe this. You know what?
Wait a minute.
All right, let me
Hold
talk
on just 1 second. Don't you make me the heavy. I did not snatch that guy's kid.
You didn't help him either.
I couldn't.
Well, I can try.
Come in. Doris, I'm home.
Hi. You caught me in the kitchen. I was just making supper.
Doris, this is our congressman, Thomas Bell.
You came.
Hello?
Would you like to freshen up? If you could use Paul's room, I just made it up. Donald, take him up and show him where it is.
I'll show you. Paul only used it when he was in town. Mostly he lived in other countries. Down in L.A. Last year, he had some friends here. Well, I'll leave you. The bathroom's down the hall.
Okay. I'm meeting with Paul's section chief in about an hour, and then I'm going to run by and see my sister. We can talk at dinner. Maybe I'll have something more specific for you then.
You know, there's no way on earth I can thank you.
I haven't done anything yet.
Everyone's trying to hook in Costa Verde is a cocaine grower, a dealer by the name of Enrique Sola Falcon. He's a Costa Verdean by birth, gangster by trade, and scum by reputation.
Was Paul working on Falcon?
Yeah, it's a good bet. He was a big target for the ICS. The Costa Verde drug agencies and our guys were doing a sister act on him, and Paul disappeared right through the floorboards. Now nobody's talking.
Maybe there's a way of getting to Paul through Falcon.
Maybe. I don't know if this will help, but Falcon's got a cousin doing a nickel jolt at Terminal Island for running coca paste across the border.
What's his name?
Alberto Castilla. But you'd be wasting your time talking to him. He's a hard case. Talked to him twice, and nada. But he might be a trading card.
Well, let me ask you something. Kind of off the record. If you were going to start, where would you look down there?
The coast, one of the bigger ports. What was the motto? We've got an embassy down there. Matter of fact, there's a communique in here. An assistant attaché was trying to get a line on Paul before it disappeared. It's dated last August. Guy had a funny name. Franny something or other.
Yeah, here it is. Granville Vanderhill.
Wow. Congressman, can I talk to you a minute?
Sure.
If you find out anything, I wish you'd let me know. Every time I ask about Dixon in Washington, my package gets pulled, I get angry letters from my RD.
All right. I find out anything. You'll be the first one I call.
Great.
All right.
So, how's Dad?
Oh, you know, he's dead. Only now he's dead with a heart condition. You say anything that bugs him, and he pops these glycerin tablets, and you figure, well, you better shut up, because he's going to drop dead.
You never did understand him, Tommy.
He is so enamored by these guys in D.C. We got a party whip, Shelley, that ought to be gassing kittens for a living. And Dad thinks this guy is John the Baptist. They have absolutely no respect for him. He goes out of his way to please them, and they think he's a joke.
You came home to Big Sister so you wouldn't be a joke, too?
I tell you, Shelley, I'm getting my brains kicked out back there. Maybe this whole Dixon thing, maybe I'm using it as an excuse. Maybe I'm running because I'm scared.
We're all scared, Tommy. Especially Dad. And that's why you have to help him.
We are so different.
No, you're not. All his life he's been scared, too. He was scared the hardware business would go into, remember? Scared you get killed on the freeway. Scared some long-legged halfback would steal my virginity. Oh. And he was really scared. He couldn't live without Mom after she died. I know. I think he's scared his life won't amount to anything. And you're the big chance. I know. He wants you to be the ball carrier, but he still wants to call the plays.
You know, I wish it was 10 years ago. You and me, the brother and sister act of the decade. Surfers rule.
But it isn't. And we didn't. You're not booking rock bands and local discos anymore, Tommy. What you do now really counts.
You know, I hate it when you're right.
Hey, Phil. I got Patrick in the bag. He wants Tommy to come up and give him a hug.
You're going where?
Where, sir? Zamora.
Costa Verde, it's on the coast.
Have the embassy book me into a hotel and have Mr. Vanderhill meet me there. I'll be on the 2 o'clock flight.
Oh, let me ask you something. How does a world-traveling congressman take care of his financial responsibilities? Is there like an expense account or something?
Well, without committee approval right now, you're on your own, but I'm sure we can get you reimbursed.
Well, I hope it comes faster than my tax refund.
Okay. Let me know about the hotel.
You bet. Everything will be waiting for you at the embassy. Hurry home. And you need anything, give us a call. Adios.
Adios.
Official guy, senor. Here is my license. It's from the last year, but the government, they don't give me a new one. That restaurant over there is for the pescados. Fishes, senor. A lot of people come here, you know, for, I don't know how to say, for the red, for the shrimp, you know. What is the word for that? Vacation. Oh, yeah, vacation. That's right. That's what it is. You have a Cadillac, senor? My dream is a Lincoln Continental with 4 new tires.
Well, welcome to the Vocal Grande Hotel. A gentleman is waiting for you in the bar.
Good deal, thank you.
Thomas Bell. Granville Vandale. My friends call me Dutch.
Okay, Tom.
Got a nice local wine here. If you like a red, a good body. It's not too pretentious.
Well, I don't like pretentious people. I think I'd hate pretentious wine.
Yes, me too. I suppose I've spent so much time with stuffy people in my life. Well, you know, Andover, Harvard, diplomatic corps. It warps one, even me. So, if I just start to sound like the hot air concession, you just give me a swift kick under the table. Let's order the gallo and I'll get down to business. Senor, una más, por favor. What can I do for you, Congressman?
What do you know about a drug dealer by the name of Enrique Solna Falcone?
That's far from privacy for our channel. No one really knows him. He's sort of a Costa Verde version of Robin Hood. He lives in the forest. He comes and goes. He's here, he's there, he's everywhere. Legend, a joke, killer, a billionaire. Take your pick.
I want to see him.
Because, you know, a trip into the jungle can often be a one-way trip. What's this about? Maybe there's some other way I can go about it.
Well, I think you know what it's about. You're the one who sent a communique to the DEA inquiring as to the whereabouts of one of their agents.
Paul Dixon. Paul was a friend of mine. He even spent some time in my rooms with me at the embassy before he disappeared.
Thank you.
We used to go guapa hunting together. Guapa. The word for a beautiful, sexy Latin girl is muy guapa. You can say all you want to about a pretentious wine with a good body, but pretentious girls with a good body is a totally different story.
Did he have a girlfriend?
Well, he had a lot of friends. Of course, you won't hear them admit it now. See, once the word went out on Paul, he became a non-person.
I want to see Falcone.
But don't get the idea that being a congressman is going to protect you. See, the hardest lesson of diplomacy to learn down here is that these clowns don't have any idea about our way of government. I mean, what is a congressman? Can his president have him taken out and shot if he doesn't like what he says? Is he more powerful than mayor? Can he get the church to do what he asks? See, they still can't figure out why Nixon didn't take Judge Sirica out and have him shot. They just don't get it.
Well, there's a lot not to get. Nonetheless, can you get a message to Falcone through diplomatic channels? I want to see him.
I'll try. I mean, I really can't get anything done today. Stores of government slam shut here around 5. I'll tell you what, let's finish up our wines and I'll make some dinner plans. The guapa. So Paul takes these two bimbos home. I'm left sitting there like James Manson in Odd Man Out.
What do you think happened to Paul Dixon?
I don't know. You know, he didn't talk much about his work. I mean, the drug commandos are all that way. And last week, he was afraid he was in danger, so he stayed at the embassy. Every morning, 6 a.m., he'd go out surfing. Out by the Avenida Santander, out beyond the Hotel Marbella. There was this little beach there he used to like to go to. Still got his board at the embassy. It's in the storage room. I don't know what happened to him. Who knows? Probably dead. To Paul Dixon. Drug agent, surfer, guapa hunter extraordinaire, a cat's eye among agates. Far better stone than I'll ever be.
Surfing now, everybody's learning how. Come on up the fire with me. Come on up the fire with me. Early in the morning we'll be starting out. The money will be coming along. We're loading up our woody with the boards inside and heading out singing our song. Come on, baby, wait for this. I'm gonna take you surfing the forest. Long term, baby, wait for it. I'm gonna take you surfing the
cuarto del señor Tomatel. Está usted arrestado.
What? I get it.
What the hell is going on?
Perhaps since you're in my country, you will be kind enough not to be so demanding.
What the hell is going on, please?
What is going on is you have been placed under arrest as an enemy of this country. What is going on is your entrance visa has been revoked. What is going on is you are being detained until you can be deported.
You know, you guys are amazing. Just how high up does this Falcone corruption go?
You've come down here full of outrage at what you don't understand. You are full of assumptions. You are exactly what is wrong with U.S. relations in Latin America.
What relations? You send stormtroopers into my room, you take my visa for no reason at all? Check this out, buddy. It says here that I'm a U.S. congressman. Means I have diplomatic immunity. You can't arrest me. Look it up. Even in this little country, hopefully there's still international law.
Now, you listen to me, Chico. It doesn't matter to me whether you're a congressman or not. What matters is that you leave on the next flight, or you will have an unfortunate traffic accident. And we will all be very sad. But you will be dead just the same. Échelo a la cárcel, pronto.
Wait a minute, what's going on here? You can't do this to me. Wait a minute, I want to talk to Judge Vanderhill at the U.S. Embassy. I'm making that an official demand.
I do not like demanding, senor.
Listen, you took one free swing at me already, Chico. I don't think you'll like it if you have to shoot a U.S. congressman right here in your office. Now, I'm going to lodge an official complaint. I want to speak with the U.S. Embassy. My advice to you is you let me make that call.
Top of the Hill will continue tomorrow morning and each weekday at 11 a.m. But be on 9 tomorrow night when a little fun becomes a hot night on Chances. That's at 8:30. And tonight, join us for Chevy Chase with Beverly D'Angelo and Christy Brinkley in the original hit, National Lampoon's Vacation. See it, 8:30 tonight. But right now, there's a news update and midday next.